3D Roses on a Key Acrylic Nail Art Tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish. Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I decorated the key to my manicure table, and I did this all with nail products like gel polish and acrylic, and I put just a really pretty rose on it. This actually helps me hold the key and turn it, especially with gloves on, as well as not lose a thing. So I hope you guys like this video and this little design as much as I do, and don't forget to click subscribe to see all my future videos as well. I'm going to begin by just adding a layer of pink gel polish over the entire round portion of the key, so the little handle part of it, I guess you could say. And that's optional. I mean, obviously, if you don't want it pink, don't paint it pink. Just, you can leave it silver if you want and add some decorations on it. Then I applied some gel top coat, and then on a nail form backing, I'm going to be sculpting your basic rose design. And everybody has their own little technique for it, and I think mine is ever evolving. I don't sculpt roses all of that often, and so whenever I do sculpt one, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to try this instead. So every time I do one, it's slightly different than the last time. So I start out with one kind of a wavy piece, and I actually really like the way that this one turned out, so I'm happy with this technique. And then I have another little petal that I have that's a C shape, kind of a almost like a bean shape, I guess you could say. And that first long wavy piece, I'm going to take my silicone tool and I'm going to use that to help me wrap that around for the first little set of tightly wrapped petals. So I have one piece that I'm just kind of folding around itself, and using that silicone tool is a great way to help. It gives you two handles on what you're doing, and it also, the one that I have is cone shaped, which helps really keep that rose tapered at the bottom and flared at the top, so that your petals are nice and open, and yet they form a nice little base on the bottom. Then after that, I'm going to continue to use my silicone tool to help me out, but I'm going to add that second petal that we created and wrap that around one side of my little rose base. Then I'm going to pick up that little rose middle and I'm going to attach it to my key with a little bit of clear acrylic, just like so. Then I'm going to continue making my petals with more of that same color. So I went with a pink for the key and then sort of a dark red burgundy color for my rose. This key is actually to my manicure table that I have, since it is a locked manicure table, to keep sticky little fingers out of everything. And so I wanted something to, prevent me from losing it, because my little silver key, because I've got gray baskets on top of my manicure table, the silver key just disappeared. So many times I'd be like, where the heck did it go? And it was sitting right there. I just couldn't see it because, you know, you look quick and things just, you don't see them. And so I wanted something to make it more visible, and something to give it a little bit more grip. It's such a tiny key that it's actually, this is going to sound ridiculous, but it's kind of slippery, especially if you're wearing a glove. So I figured that having some 3D stuff on it and some rhinestones and some stuff of that nature would help me A, not lose the thing, and B, have it just be easier to use. Plus, if you could use a key like the one that I have. It's got that nice hole in the top of it for putting it on a key ring. That would make a great little hole for attaching a pendant, to make it as a pendant. So I know some people like keys for art purposes, and that would definitely be an idea to make it into a pendant. Or, you know, house keys. Like I know that my sister, there was a while now, she's got a keypad on her front door because her kids kept losing their house keys to the front door, and they'd have the issue where one would lose their key and then they'd steal the other ones. They'd be like, nope, I always had mine. And if you personalize keys in that kind of a situation, you can't ever have your kids say, nope, I didn't take it, I didn't lose mine, because they would obviously have the other ones, if you know what I mean. So that's also something that's kind of fun. Plus, they just look prettier on a keychain if they're all covered in pink and roses. After I have my rose done, so just keep making and adding petals as you see fit. You can adjust the size. I like to actually make them smaller as I go out around the outside. Then I'm going to take, with some clear acrylic, I'm going to be attaching some really nice, really sparkly silver rhinestones to it, and just kind of place those here and there around the rose. This is going to add some strength to your rose, because you're adding some clear acrylic under those outside petals, which otherwise are kind of delicate just because they're really, really thin and sticking up a little bit. So that's going to have two purposes: one, adding the glitz of rhinestones, and two, making your rose a bit sturdier and helping to attach it more to your key so that that won't come off either. After that, you're all done, and you can keep doing stuff to this as much as you'd like. You can put roses on both sides of the key. I just thought one side would suffice. I hope you guys like this as much as I do, and take me in any recreations. I'd love to see them, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!